Welcome to Flash Tutorial 25, Dimming Light. The techniques I'm using here I've used in previous tutorials, and you may recognize them, but we're applying them here in a slightly different way. I'm opening a new FLA, selecting Action Script 2. I'm keeping the stage size as the default, and I want a black background. Call this layer Background BG. Set the stage to 25% so I can see it. This is a beginner's tutorial, meaning I'm going to be explaining things. And right off the bat down here, notice how my fill color, when I select it, it just looks like a grid there. Well, that's because last time I used my alpha, I set it low, so now I got to bring that up to 100 and make it 100 here. Now I can pick up a color, and I want this fill color here to be blue, and I want no stroke, so that means you click on this little white box with the red line through it. I'm picking up the rectangular tool, and I'm just making a rectangle the size of the stage or slightly bigger. There, so the stage is covered. Pick up the selection tool, highlight that, modify it, convert it to a symbol. Make sure a movie clip is selected in this drop down menu, and call this wall, WALL _MC. Copy this, right click copy. I'm doing this because in a follow-up tutorial I'm going to be writing action script, so we may as well make the movie clips now. And open this properties panel, and I know I have the wall selected. If not, select it like this and it will stay here, instance of wall, and right in here paste in that instance name. Lock that layer, select another layer, call it picture, PIC. I'm going to make my stage a little bigger. I think there's good. I'm going to have a stroke of a brownish color, and I'm going to have a light blue as my fill, and make sure the rectangle tool is selected. Come over here, and I want to have a stroke here of about 3. Pick up my rectangle tool again, and right here make a rectangle any size you wish. There it is, and click off to the side. Come back here and make this stroke 1, because that's the normal size that I use for my stroke. Pick up your paintbrush right here, pick up any color other than blue, and just draw something in here. Click off to this, oops, don't want that. Come down to the paint bucket again, pick up another color. I'm picking up yellow this time, and drawing something again, and pick up my selection tool. There's my picture. Modify it, convert it to a symbol, movie clip again, and this is going to be PIC _ MC. Copy this. Open the properties panel up. It's selected, and paste in that instance name. So now I have 2 movie clips. Let's do another one. Call this lamp, LAMP. And this time I'm going to pick up a black for my fill, and I want something bright like a gray for my stroke. And again, I want the rectangle tool, yes, and I'm going to make a rectangle here, long skinny rectangle like that. I'm going to go up to 100% so I can see it. Pick up the selection tool, move in till you see that right angle thing, drag it over a little bit, move here, drag it over a little bit, try to be somewhat symmetrical. Move it in till you see that arch. See that square, fuzzy square turns into an arch. Push it in here. Same thing here. Pull it in here. Grab the bottom here and push it up. And that's going to be a lamp eventually. Selection tool. Highlight it. modify it, convert it to a symbol. You got the pattern now. LAMP underscore MC. You guessed it. Copy it. Like I say, I'm not going to write script in this tutorial, but in a follow-up. Open the properties panel and paste in that name. Now I want to get inside this lamp movie clip, so just double click on it. Now we're inside right here the lamp movie clip. Lock that layer, call it pole, as in the pole of the lamp. P-O-L-E. The layer's locked. Insert a layer, call it shade. S-H-A-D-E. Call it the shade of the lamp. And select that layer. Now I want the shade of my lamp to be like a yellowish brown thing there. That's the color I'm picking. And I want it to be maybe a bluish, no, that's not the color I want, gray for my, I'm getting my color pad is messed up. There's the two colors I'm going to use for my shade. Pick up my rectangle tool again and draw a rectangle right here on top of it, about that size. Let's get some perspective here. 50%, that's great. Yeah, I like that. Going back to 100%. And what I'm going to do is pick up my selection tool, grab that top corner and bring it in. Grab this top corner, bring it in. A little more maybe. I want to try and make it symmetrical somewhat. Push this. See, we get that arch. Oh, I get that. Click offside. I get that arch. Push that up. And now I'm going to highlight that and just bring it down and put it so it's right on top of my, and using my arrow keys, I'm putting it where I think it should be. Lock that layer. Go back to scene 1. So now it's 3 movie clips. Let's make this 50%. I want one more movie clip, and that's going to be the actual light. So lock all the layers. Select the picked layer right here, because I want this behind the lamp. Insert a layer. Call it the bulb. B-U-L-B, the bulb of my lamp. Click on that first frame. Now, pick up your oval tool. So click on that corner, oval tool. And right here I'm going to make an oval, and it does not matter what colors I have because I'm going to change them anyway. And I'm going to hold my shift down and make an oval that is slightly larger than my lamp is. And I'm going to hide all the layers right here and put the bulb back on. I'm now going to highlight it with my selection tool. Come up here where you see this color palette. Select the stroke right here, that's the pencil. Select that. Double click here or click on there, make that white. That's white. Then click on the bucket, and that's what we're going to deal with now. That's called the fill. Select radial gradient and click on this, double click on it, and it opens this palette up. We want this to be yellow, so grab yellow there, and there's the white. So right for now, let's turn off everything again so I can just see that. There it is right there. Now highlight that, go up, modify it, convert it to a symbol, call it bulb, B-U-L-B underscore MC. You got the routine. Right click, copy, and paste in that instance name. Now we went to, it's a movie clip, now we can do some things with it. While it's highlighted, open this properties panel, and down here under filters, select this little corner down here, and the first thing I want is the glow. Change this red to white, and let's make it a medium glow, and we're going to change that value. Make sure that these chains are lengths are locked, and then we're going to up this value by clicking on it and dragging it. At the same time, noting over here what's taking place. We put a glow around that. Add another filter, call it blur. Make this a medium blur. Again, click here, drag to the right, and now there's, if you look over, there's what I'm going to use for my lamp. Go back up to the timeline, make sure I can see everything, and lock all the layers for this minute. The color of this lamp I don't like. So let's double click, unlock the lamp layer. You may not have to do this if you're happy with yours. Double click on it. And this color here, it's the shade. I want a different color from my shade. So right here, I'm going to click here, go over here, click on this, and I'm going to pick up a more yellowish color than that. There, I like that better. That corresponds to the light behind it. Lock that layer back on scene 1. Lock all the layers, and I want to adjust the bulb. Unlock the bulb layer, and using my arrow keys, I'm just centering it on my lamp. Pick up the free transform tool, and you get those funny squares around it. Holding the shift down, and there's my. Now I don't like the way that is, so I'm going to go back into my bulb movie clip, and I'm going to open this palette up, and I'm going to move this one down first. No, I don't want to do that. I want to move this white up there, so it's mostly in the center. See that? When it's down here, I got too much yellow, so I'm moving that up here. This is just for me. If you're happy with what you got, okay, back to scene 1. Now, go up to about 40 frames, click, come right straight down, right click, insert keyframe. Go up to about frame 80, click, drag it down, get on one of them, right click, insert keyframe. And go up to about 120, click, drag it down, right click, insert keyframe. Go back to this 40. Take the lamp, we'll start with the lamp. Unlock the lamp layer. Select that frame that has the lamp. Open the properties panel. Pick up your selection tool, and I want to go for this color effects. If you don't have it, you'll have to select it so it's highlighted. Color effects, alpha. I want to make the alpha here 0. Okay, if it's not 0, move this line to get 0. And lo and behold, the lamp has disappeared. Lock that layer. Unlock the bulb layer. Make this alpha. As soon as you click alpha, it's going to be automatic 0 for us. Lock that layer. The picture layer. Select the picture. Same thing. As soon as I select alpha, it'll go to 0. And the background, same thing. Click on it and make that 0. Okay. Go all the way up. Here it's going to have all of its color back again. I don't know why the lamp isn't there. Oh, there it is. I'll have to fix that. Oh, because I changed that. I think I changed the lamp. Anyway, let's finish off what we're doing. Go up to this last frame. Select the lamp and highlight it. Make it 0 for the alpha. Okay, close that. If we move this way down here, if we move that down there far enough, we want to keep opening and closing this. Open my properties panel. Let's do the bulb now. Lock that lamp. Let's do the bulb. There it is. Make it alpha 0. Lock that. Let's do the picture. Make it alpha 0. Something wrong with the lamp. Background 0. Now let's just look at that for a minute. Here the only thing I see is the lamp. I must not have done that right. Okay, I'm going to redo the lamp. Right here, I should have, the lamp should have an alpha 0. So I'm going to unlock it. Open up make the alpha 0. Here, it should be 100. So open it up, click on it, make my alpha 100. I did something wrong. I don't know what it was. Okay. So if I go here now, it should still be 100. Yes. And here it should be 0. Okay. Now, select somewhere. You see I have my keyframe. Get on both sides of that keyframe like that. So they're both covered. Right click in here, create a classic tween. That'll make all them tweens. And in this section here, anywhere, highlight them here. Right click inside of there, make classic tweens. And if we did it right, it should be dark, get bright, stay bright for a while, then get dark again. It's dark, it gets bright, stays bright for a while, then it gets dim. Now this might look good if it was like a bunch of houses and you had several of these street lights. Or it could be like you had a house outside, looking outside in the nighttime, and you have the windows get bright or dim. Anyway, there's going to be a follow-up tutorial. It'll be Flash Tutorial 26, Light Dimmer. We're going to make a control here so we can move it up and down and get rid of these tweens and manually dim this light. I hope you learned something from this tutorial, and I hope you use what you learn.